Okay, so welcome friends, and let me start intent with a very simple navigation between an activity and how we can pass a message, how we can pass a value or parameter from one activity to another activity. So let me create a project here, and in this project I will name this let's say intent demo, and click on next, and then next I will choose empty activity and then finish. So we should wait for a while. All right, so this is our application, and let me design an activity. Okay, let me design a layout, and we know you can open a layout from layout underscore, okay, activity underscore main, and here is the layout. And okay, so this is my layout. Okay, it's taking time to load, but not an issue. Okay, so first I'm going to change this constraint layout to the linear layout. We will go, I have a different section regarding the layout. Don't worry, just change it to the linear layout. And here what you can do, you can change the orientation to vertical. All right, and let me use two input text. Okay, one say a username, okay, and let's second say a password, and a third one I will use the button that say the login. So what we were going to do, we were going to we were going to check manually these two input with the username and password, and if username and password is correct, we will open the second activity. So it's so simple, my friend. So this is my first edit text. You can see out here, I will just change this ID to, let's say, username un, and let me delete this one text, this one. Okay, let's and let me put a placeholder hint username, and here let me use a password as an ID, or it's better to use up. Okay, and let's say this is a password, and third one I'm going to use a button that sets a login. All right, and let me use the on click behavior. So it's very simple. You can use an on click and let's say login. And what you need to do, you need to press Alt Enter to implement this behavior, this method here. And what we need to do, we need to retrieve a value from this to edit text. So you can use edit text here. Let's say edit text username, edit text password. All right, and let me create an object. So simple, edit text pass. So here you can use find view by id, not a finish, find view by id r.id.edit text user password, and then you can use here edit text username, here find view by id r.id.edit text username. All right, and what you need to do here, my friend, you need to retrieve this value. So I will use a string, let's say user, and here edit text pass, okay, not a pass, it's a username, and get text dot to string, and you can use here a string, let's say pass for password, and here you can use here a find view by id, okay, not a find view by id, it's already done. Okay, so edit text pass dot get text dot to string. So suppose here I'm going to check it manually later in the advanced tutorials. Here we will use the databases and all, but here just check it manually. Here let's say if my user dot is empty, means if the field is empty, or pass is empty, so we can prompt user. Okay, you can prompt user by using a toast, a simple message that can be displayed here. You can use here this for the current context, and okay, I will type here empty username or password, and a duration can be displayed toast dot long or short. Okay, show. Okay, or else what I can do out here, else if my user dot equals, let's say Android Academia. All right, and password dot equals, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. What we can do, we can use intent to perform navigation. Okay, so to perform a navigation, what we need to do, we need to open, when the user click on a button, here we will write the intent code and we need to open a new activity. So in this case, my friend, you need to create a new activity. So it's so simple, my friend. Go to this package and make a right click and go to new and move to activity and use empty activity and give it a name. So I will give it a name, let's say welcome activity, like this one, and let me finish it. So it's so simple, my friend. So what we need to do, we need to open this activity, and this is the welcome activity with no text. Okay, something is not written over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use here, I will change this to linear layout, and this should be the orientation of vertical, and let me display a text here, let's say welcome, simple welcome. Then we will change it to the username and all. So here I will use a welcome, and you can just change this value, means you can change the text sizes and all, let's say the 30, and here it only display a welcome. Something strange happen here whenever you create a new activity, my friend. You can see out here in the Android manifest.xml file, new activity has been added, and you can see out here there's an intent filter, my friend. So what happened, this intent filter take an action of main and a category of launcher. So this is trying to say that, okay, this is going to be our main activity, this should launch first, and from this activity you can navigate from to different activities. Now what just you need to do out here in the main activity, you need to perform a concept of intent. So very simple, create an object of intent like this, new intent here. So you can see out here it will give you some constructor parameters, like you can pass another intent, you can pass send an intent with an action. So we will talk about it. You can also pass an URI, and this is the one that we need to use, this one. So I will use here the context, means from the current class you can use this, and to the source class, means the destination class, that is a welcome activity. So you can use here welcome activity dot class, and very simple, my friend. You just need to call a method name start activity and pass this intent, and my friend, it's done. My friends, it's done. Just a 2-line of code. All right, now let's run this application and let's see the output. So here I'm going to use one of my device, okay, emulator, and we will wait for an output. Okay, so this is an output. If I try to press this empty fields, so what will happen, it will give you, okay, empty username and password. Or if I type something wrong here in case of username and a password, my friends, what will happen here, say it will not move to the next activity. All right, so if I press the correct one, let's say Android Academia, and here if I use a password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, here, see, all right, let me check the password, 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, not okay, I will delete 2 here, and here you can see welcome. So this is how you can use a very simple intent. In the next tutorial I will show you how you can pass the message, okay, from one activity to another activity, and then we'll talk about explicit intent and the implicit intent, although this is an example of explicit intent. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Have a nice day.